cry. I kind of want to cry.
Hey, I'm Tara, and this is Natalie and Tara Try Stuff, a show in which we try stuff for the first time, and today I'm going to make a book, otherwise known as bookbinding, and not just any book. I'm going to make a copy of the fan fiction book Manacled. For those of you who don't know, Manacled is a fan fiction book from the Harry Potter world where Voldemort won the Battle of Hogwarts. So it's this dystopian version of the Harry Potter events, a little bit of Handmaid's Tale meets Hunger Games kind of a situation. You actually cannot buy this book. You can only read it online, so you have to make it if you want to read a paper version of it. And actually this copy is going to be given to a friend of mine, Tennille, who has a pottery shop, and we're going to swap goods. I'm giving her a book for pottery. For the bookbinding portion of this video, this is not my first time to bookbind. This is actually going to be the third book I've ever made. And since then, I've gotten some new equipment to help me bookbind better. My first couple books, I was just using what I had on hand. So this video is going to be about using those new tools. Everything I'm using, I'm going to link below for you guys. So if you're finding this because you're into bookbinding, or you want to make your own copy of Manacled and you're trying to figure out how to get going, all of it's going to be below. Links, everything I've got. Now, enough chitter chatting. Let's make a book. The very first step to this process is printing all of your pages out. And this is where my very first new thing is happening. I have been printing all my books on computer paper. This time I finally upgraded to a little bit nicer paper. I don't know if the ink in my printer is gonna work on this paper. What we do is we actually print these into something called a signature. Books that are sewn together you don't just print them out and then put them together. You have to actually put them in a little booklet so that the booklets are small enough so that you can fold the pages, sew them together, and then put all those together. But in order to do that, it's some really weird book math that it took me a month to try and get my head around how it works, and I still don't know, but I found this amazing site. Bless you, whoever is doing this site, thank you so much for making this site. It was a game changer. It made this even possible. So I'm gonna hop over to my computer and then we'll come back. So let's go see if this paper's gonna work out or if I have to make a trip to the store. It worked. The paper seems to be good. Everything's printing okay, so now just to do that exact same thing for every single signature many, many times over. Let's go. Okay, I did it. Got the entire book printed up. The paper I really, really like. Okay, so the next step is gonna be folding all of these pages individually to make booklets. I use this thing called a bone folder. It's great for helping you really make crisp, clean lines. And it's pretty straightforward and simple. I'm just gonna take this little page, fold it in half, and I'm gonna take my bone folder and just make the lines super crisp. I lay it down open face like that because that's actually the center of the book. Do the next one, put that one on top. And there it is, our first signature. That's what it looks like. Okay, now to do that 9 more times. Okay, we're done with the folding portion of it, but next step, I need to put it into a book press to really flatten out the creases, and then I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. I don't have a book press, so this is what I've been using. These are actually wood canvases I just had laying around. Gonna put this into here. Okay, here we go. Just gonna clamp that sucker. I don't know why you let it sit, but I let it sit for a little bit. I'm gonna go for a walk, and then when I come back, we'll do the next step. Okay, now that these are good and very, very, very flattened, we're going to be poking guide holes that I'll be using to sew these together. This is another place where I've got a new tool. I'm really excited about it. I did not have this last time and I made a mess. It's basically like a cradle that you can put the paper in, and then you have this to actually guide your holes so they're consistent and you can get all the way through. And this is what I use to poke those holes with. So it's really, really simple. What I'm doing is just, putting it in here, putting my little hole poker in there, super sharp device and just shove a hole in there. And I'm gonna do this to each signature until I have all my holes. Okay, gonna do the last step probably for today, and that is gonna be sewing these all together into a text block. For now, I'm just using your basic embroidery thread. I have not been using wax to make it stiffer, and I probably should do that. Let's get to sewing. Okay, unfortunately, I have to go to work now, so this is about as far as I can get. We'll pick it up where we left off tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, we're back for another day of making a book. Gonna go back to sewing the text block. I'm actually about halfway, so that's really not that bad. All right, but let's just, let's get a wiggle on. Bam, and that's it. This is my text block. So you can see on the text block that the pages aren't quite straight and flush. Okay, this is my paper cutter, my guillotine. 300 pages. It will cut 300 pages, which is pretty impressive. Or your stack of papers into here. And then here's the scary part, but also the really cool part. So I'm gonna release this lever, which is gonna release my guillotine so it actually will move now. And then we're gonna go down and it's cut. Did not do it properly, so we're gonna have to do it again. Oh, that feels like it. Okay, that feels like it did every page. Yeah, look at that sea of clippings. Oh, okay, that's much better. Okay, it's not perfect. Let's try again. This book is just getting shorter. Okay, we got plenty of book space. We got plenty of margins here. Oh, that looks right. That looks good. Woo! Yeah. Ooh. Okay. All right. Next step. Now we remeasure because I think the size of this changed, and we cut the book boards. This is my least favorite part. I just disdain X-Acto cutting. All right, let's do this. All right, our book boards are cut and measured. The next thing I'm gonna do, I've got this netting stuff, and you take that, you put this back in the book press, and you glue this on there. This is kind of like the spine that keeps it all in place. I just remembered something. The end papers. Hold on. Okay, I've got the book papers. All right, so now I'm going to glue these into the book. We're gluing these into the book, and then I'll probably glue the pages together while I'm here. And then we're gonna put all of that in the press, put the spine on, let it dry, and then probably come back tomorrow and finish up by making the book cover. Okay, let's do all of that. We got there. We are there for the day. I have glued on my netting and these little things that go on the very, very top of the book. And I'm gonna let this dry overnight, and then tomorrow we're gonna come back and do the spine. I will see you guys tomorrow. Welcome back to day 3 of making a book. Today is gonna be all about making the book casing. And this is kind of the last step in the process. We're about to head into the very rocky territory. I'm gonna change this angle right here so that you can see better what's going on. Let's jump into it. Okay, so another super cool tool that I've gotten, corner maker. So when you fold these in, you get this like little extra flap, and you want to get rid of that. These are supposed to make that easier. You put this here, and you know exactly how much to cut. Well, sort of, because there's all these different sizes. Which one's the right one? I don't know. I'm taking a guess that it's gonna be the 4. We're gonna find out. Okay, I'm already foreseeing some issues. It's a little too tight on here. It's not giving overlap. But what if I just cut the book shorter? Better than starting over. Better than wasting this. Okay. I mean, we're here. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah. Let's cut the book shorter. Yeah. We'll measure. We'll cut. I'll be right back. That was a stupid choice. I kind of want to cry. A little bit. I'm going through waves of like laughing at myself and then wanting to cry. Hold on, let me. Here's what happened. The guillotine, as it was cutting, slid everything. I can't explain exactly what happened. It can take 300 pages. It's not the best idea. Maybe. Looks like this. This is what it looks like. Just want to give up. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I will not be beat. I'm not gonna start all over. I am gonna make this book again on another day entirely so that I can give it to my friend. But I am going to finish this book and put it in this case, and I'm gonna keep it. And I will point at it always to remind myself of this. I can't. All right. All right, we are back in the book press. I'm moving out of the cry phase. So I've got the book back in the book press. I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then I come back and I will show you just how epically I failed. I think that you guys are gonna all laugh, so stick around for that. Okay, and we're back one day later, and it is time to open this up and show you just how disastrous this is. Here it is. From the outside, it doesn't look so bad, right? But when I open it up, there's this big gap right there. Oh, you can't even you barely can even, oh my goodness. The end paper here, the end paper, oh. If you're a bookbinder out there, I love feedback. Hit me with feedback. Send me those videos that you've seen of people doing this well. Like, heck yeah, if you are a Harry Potter fan and looking into Manacled, go read it. Everyone I know who's read it is obsessed. I'm gonna go put this book on my bookshelf and clean up this mess. This is Tara, this is Natalie and Tara Try Stuff. Don't forget to follow our crafting videos. We have a whole playlist of crafting videos. We like to try out different crafts. Natalie discovered that she's amazing at whittling, randomly. That's what happens when you try new things. It's so fun. Catch you next time. So funny.